Welcome to another episode of the Immortal Kids podcast. Got my incredible co-host Mello and your young boy Charles.
Clint Bayless. Hey yo,
Clint Bayless, Jesus.
the real.
Yeah, because still
The
hating
one
on
and
AD.
only.
Still hating on AD, but
Trash.
gonna talk about a lot today. Obviously, the two conference final series. A little bit about Ja Morant. Not gonna pester on that too long, and then some MMA, something new. Something a little different for the podcast. And then we'll kind of talk about the dog mentality that I think that did spark a good conversation. So anyway, y'all got anything y'all want to say before we start?
Hey Mello, you gotta play that theme song, man.
Like, no. I should load that up in there though, honestly. Like, we should do that, honestly.
Hey, for sure. For sure.
Bruh. Actually, now that y'all say that, I need to load that up in there. I need to load like a couple in there. That'd be crazy, like sleep. Hopefully, we don't get like the copyright crap, but like, yeah, for sure.
It gotta be our version then.
Yeah, just
Hey, for sure.
I'm mad. You should come in, bro. So first things first, Lakers Nuggets. I think the coolest thing about this series is I said that we would be here. First of all, and I did say that. I said I think that it would end up being LeBron's easy path. He'll end up playing the Memphis Grizzlies. The Warriors was kind of a tough one. I thought they'd play the Kings, but I guess that worked out in his favor. Now he got that under his belt, and then now they're here. So anyway, they're down 2-0, obviously. So first things first, Jamal Murray is getting buckets.
The dog.
He's getting buckets. Last game he had 30, so, I won't get too deep in that, but all right, I'll just ask the question. Lakers or Nuggets? Who, like, now, given everything that's happened now, who we think gonna win?
I don't know.
I was leaning towards Nuggets anyway, because they the better team. So, mine don't change.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's a toss-up right now. I feel like Game 3 is going to say a lot. I feel like although both teams in, both conference finals, even though we're going to get on the other one later.
Yeah.
Game 3 is very pivotal. So I feel like, I feel like if Denver win it, I think that Denver's going to win the series. I think that they're going to finesse the Game 3 kind of situation, but I think that in the end, Denver's going to win the series. It may take them all 7, but I think that they're going to win.
I love how this app immediately died. Like, immediately is like no longer working. But no, it's fine. It's still recording. But I think the Lakers come back and win it. I don't think Denver gets one on the road. I think the Lakers win 2 back-to-back. I think they go back to Denver, and that's gonna be a pivotal game.
So they win tonight.
Yeah, 100%. And I think when they go back, they probably end up more likely. I say that unless Jamal Murray just goes insane, I don't think they win. But I think they win 2 back-to-back, go to the Nuggets house, and I think that's going to be the pivotal game. But I think the Lakers win that finally on the road. I think they'll have enough juice coming into it. I honestly, truthfully think they win 4 back-to-back. That's insane, but I think they do.
So they finna sweep.
It's a reach.
Not a sweep, but the next 4 games, yeah.
They beat them 4 times in a row.
Yeah, that's not a sweep, though, if you lost 2 games already.
Sweet.
I get what you're saying.
I guess, bro. Like, but I get you, but like,
Hey,
come
connect
on.
4.
Exactly.
Yeah. 4 wins in a row without unanswered, yeah. But, that's the only way they're going to win the series anyway. Because I feel like if they drop any other game in the Nuggets house is over with. I feel like just you drop one more game, then it's a Game 7 situation, you probably lose that. So, you know what I mean? Because what I'm counting on is Game 5 being a pivotal game, they win it, and then they go back to their house and win Game 6 in the Lakers house. Makes sense. And the craziest thing, too, is like, this is the same situation from 2020. So it's like.
With the bubble?
Yeah. Jimmy being fake all over again. Finna put out the Celtics, more than likely to play LeBron. And then LeBron sons Jimmy again. I feel like it's the perfect situation. Like, I feel like, I don't know. We'll see.
Man.
I don't know. Jimmy's crazy.
The way it's set up, man, is Jokic here, man.
I don't know if they beat the Heat.
If they beat the Lakers, they beat the Suns.
I ain't gonna stand. They beat them Lakers.
They
bro.
can beat the
He's
Heat.
in the chat, bro.
I know the Heat.
The Heat is one man. That one man is crazy.
They a team, bro. They a team. They a team.
I feel like the Heat's others, in my personal opinion, have more of a like they could be more crazy. That's just my opinion. Like obviously Jamal Murray and Jokic fake, but like Bam can be very fake. You think about Kyle Lowry, he could be very fake.
Trash.
I mean, bro, really as of the other night, really he's trash.
Trash.
All right.
Well, you want to know what he did the other night?
I
What he did
mean, I
the
ain't
other
talking about
night?
last night. I said
Not
the
the
other
goose
night.
egg.
Not last night, the other night. But
He just looking. He ain't got to do nothing.
I mean, but that's the thing though. All you gotta do is be fake once or twice. That's it. Like,
He has been fake in time.
I mean, the game, game one.
Yeah, that little run now. He popped
I mean,
like
but that's
2,
all
3
you
in a row.
need. That's all
I
you
ain't
need is
finna
him to do
praise
something.
the Heat.
What's that?
I ain't finna praise the Heat.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh, it's all right, bro. It's, we know who sold
The
you.
Celtics better wake up though.
Yeah. I mean, so all right. Let me ask you this: what do you feel like? What is the biggest weakness for both teams, the Nuggets and the Lakers? Like, who? Because I mean, obviously, the Nuggets are winning, so it's hard to just say. But like,
Experience.
okay,
Like in that, you feel me? Once it's like, it seemed like once they be about to close out teams, even with the Suns, like they kind of was up. I think they was up 2-0. And like the Suns was 1-1, and then of course 1-2 in Phoenix. How did that series go? But the Suns started to give them a run for their money in the later games as opposed to earlier games. So I feel like, now they kind of get into that coast mode, and you don't really want to coast against a team like the Lakers.
that's a good point.
I don't see no weaknesses in the Nuggets really. They built their team the right way. It seems like everybody is playing how they supposed to be playing. Jamal Murray apparently is an all NBA caliber player.
He is on the All NBA calendar as well.
That too.
He's got a picture,
But
yeah.
no,
I'm
they
joking.
got size.
I got it, bro.
They got a top 5 player in Jokic. They got a good sidekick. And they just a deep team.
I mean, wait, but let me ask this though, because like you just said all about Nuggets. So do you feel like the Lakers have like a bunch of weaknesses?
The Lakers don't have as much consistency as the Nuggets do, I feel like, because you're going to have LeBron. You can't even say you're going to have LeBron and AD. You
Not
just
Anthony
assume
day in, day out.
they going to play. And it's like, who else going to step up? It's going to be D-Lo? No. Austin Reeves, she going to
D-Lo been selling, bro.
And
He
it's
been
like,
selling, bro. I don't know what's
Vanderbilt
going on
ain't no
with that.
scorer. Screw Dennis. He might go off every now and then, but like I said, it just the niggas got more consistency in their players. You know what you're gonna give them in the day.
All
in,
right,
day
so
out.
but I feel like that's kind of the same thing for both teams. I mean, I feel like LeBron and AD and Jokic and Jamal Murray is kind of a comparison in the sense that Jamal Murray is a great player, don't get me wrong, but he obviously can have a bad game. The same way Jokic is consistent, I feel like that's compared to LeBron. Like that's like the same thing. He's gonna be consistently good. Doesn't mean you're gonna win the game, but he's gonna be consistently good. So I feel like if we talking about the others, I feel like all the others can sell. Like, bro, like most of them really don't like KCP. Like he either has
what
10
Bruce
points or
Brown
he has
be doing.
zero.
In between, but,
With a bunch of minutes. Bruce Brown's gonna play. They're all gonna play defense, but like other than
Bruce
that,
Brown
I
like
be
feel like they role players are more efficient than the
yeah,
Lakers, bro.
they're more consistent.
yeah, you're like hold on. This is when the
No,
paper has to
hey,
get pulled out. Hold
hey,
on,
bring the
hold
papers
on,
in,
bro.
hold on.
Bring the papers out.
They're more consistent. Hold on, wait.
I'm glad one of us can read because I don't know how I'm finna get through this one.
So
Oh, you can too now?
no, wait, that's crazy.
told you I
That
feel
is like
bad.
ultimately crazy. So KCP had 8 points this game. Bruce Brown had 12. That's a good game for him. 5 for 11 is a good game for Bruce Brown. And I feel like other than that, I mean, Aaron Gordon had 10. Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. hit some threes, and that's huge. That's always going to be huge. But, I mean, I feel like none of them did anything that you could just go, oh, my God, this one guy is just amazing. I feel like we were to look at the same thing, right? And just to pull this up right here, right? And just to look, God, I got these papers like so confused. Yeah, thank you. So much paper. Only 5 of them, actually. But, like, if you look
Yeah,
at,
crazy.
like, the Lakers, right?
These
like,
numbers are crazy.
Austin Reeves had 22. I was going to say Dennis Russell, Jesus. D'Angelo Russell had, 10. I mean, Shooter had 4, and Shooter can play better than that, obviously. He had a horrible night. And then Rui had 21. You see what I'm saying? Like, I say all this to say, I feel like they role players is
Guess
close
how
to being
much
the
that
same.
boy had?
Who?
That boy.
Who's that boy?
Exactly.
Okay, how much did he have?
18, bro.
Oh, you talking Anthony Davis? Bro, he had 14 boards. He played bad. He shot bad. He definitely shot bad. But I feel like that's the thing, though. I mean, like, that was the same point. It's like you're going to have an inconsistent night. The same way Jamal Murray can have an inconsistent night. And, you know, Jokic is going to be solid all the time, and LeBron's going to be solid, other than maybe missing some threes. So, and then Jokic ain't just going to hit the same. I feel like Jokic is good for 1 or 2 threes a game. LeBron's good for 1 or 2 threes a game. I really don't feel like there's a big difference. I say all this to say this, back to the weaknesses question. I feel like, personally, they got to, if the Lakers are going to win, it's going to have to take the fact that AD is going to have to go insane. He's going to have to be AD. And I just think that the role players just have to be the same thing they are. D'Angelo Russell just got to stop selling, like, period. Like, he just playing terrible. Like, I don't get what's going on with that, but, like, I don't even know. I don't want to get too deep on that, but, like, bro is playing horrible.
They take that boy a drink at them press conferences after the game.
Man, I forgot about that, bro.
They let him have his drink, man. You know. All right, bet. I'm finna go crazy. Now.
Yeah, he wants some free promo, bro.
That's
like, I'm getting my free promo. That's crazy though. It's like if it's not an official like a sponsor of the NBA, like they can't use it. That's crazy. Because that, you know what that basically means? It's like if you don't give us money, you ain't showing your product off. But it's like players can right. So it's like
on me.
That's crazy.
You can wear a shirt.
Like you gonna get your merchandise off, like you know what I mean. A shirt. You will make way more money from a drink than you will from a shirt, bro.
I'm saying if you got wearing a shirt promoting your drink.
But I mean,
that's not a bad point. Yeah, that's not a bad point. I'll give you that one. Okay, that was actually smart.
Like, oh man, that's that bottle.
You can't show the shirt. It's like they take a shirt.
Thing, though.
It is. I feel you, but it ain't. It ain't, but it is.
Right here in the shirt, right here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I get what you're saying. I don't know. That's a good point though. Wear the shirt instead of a. All right. Let's see if they make them take off the shirt. Take off that fucking shirt. I mean, I don't know. That's a good point though. But D'Angelo Russell got to stop selling. I think they're both in the same scenario. I think the Nuggets. I think the other thing. This goes to my other point about the dog mentality. I don't think Jokic got it. So going to these next 4 games, I feel like that's going to show itself. But we'll see.
I know who do got it. Jamal Murray.
Bro, so I feel like, we discussed what we need to discuss because I don't know. But Heat Celtics, I ain't going to go into that first question. I'm actually going into the other part. Heat Celtics, weaknesses. Before I even go into who do we think going to win? Weaknesses. Because being where it is now, what's the, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the weakness of both teams?
It's just one man. That's their weakness and their greatest strength. It's just one man.
I feel you, but other players be stepping up now. Even though he did go on a little run last night,
that was the one that mattered.
I don't know why Grant Williams.
It be that
Grant Williams turned that man up, bro. You know he was gonna turn up.
Exactly.
Like he gave that nigga like 3 buckets just back to back. I was like, yeah, that's crazy, bro.
And you still talking?
Get this man out of here, man.
I will say this. I'm surprised Tatum played well last night. I thought he was going to be horrible last night. And then Jaylen Brown ended up being garbage.
I feel like the Celtics, they need a facilitator, though, bro.
That's Marcus Smart. That's supposed to be his job.
Man is not no
He's supposed to be a defending facilitator. I'm saying that's his job. I ain't saying that's what he did.
Not a facilitator, bro.
I hear you. I feel like they do a lot off screens. And like Tatum is doing his job, surprisingly. I feel like Jaylen Brown just got to step up, bro. He played horrible. Like, dude was like 7 for 20 last night or something like that. It was something terrible like that. I can't remember what it was. But I'm like, and then he missed a bunch of threes, too. So you can't do that. You can't be the second guy on the team and do that. Now, I will admit, to Melo's point, though, it's funny. It's like all against one guy. It's one dude. So it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Bam hooping, but it's like, that's crazy.
They got a whole bunch of role players.
They do. And that's the greatest part. That's their greatest strength.
All stars.
I feel like, but like, if we go down to it, seeing what that score was at the bottom of that fourth, and all you have to do is close out a game, and one guy does that, I mean, it kind of goes against the whole role player mentality. Yeah. I mean, do the Heat have a facilitator, though? Because Tyler Hero ain't even here. I say here. Ain't playing. He's not playing. So it's like, I mean, Kyle Lowry ain't doing nothing last night anyway. So it's like, who's really their facilitator? I mean, of course, you got Jimmy bringing up the ball sometimes, Bam will sometimes, and like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like both teams don't really have that. Like, not no true point guard.
I don't even say no true point guard.
I mean, Tyler Hero would be that if he was there, but
it's like sometimes you watch some games, bro. They actually like slow it down and actually move the rock, and you know, Reed was actually going out there compared to when it's the Celtics. When it's crunch time, bro, it's gonna either be the Tatum or Brown, ISO, or they might do a pick and roll. The defense break down. Fucking Derek White and somebody get a wide open shot.
Derek White, Marcus
Derek
Smart.
Caroline gets a shot.
They on the Heat. You got Duncan Robinson coming off screens,
You just call him
in.
Derek. There's no hairline.
It's just hair. It just starts.
It just, bro, I'm dead.
Yeah, that forehead is crazy though.
Bruh, the fact that he still hasn't cut his hair is crazy.
I got one right now because of these braids, but like, nah, bro.
Bro, you make millions of dollars and you're afraid of being bald, I guess? Like, just be bald, bro.
I mean, bro, nah. Bro.
Jordan was bald, bro. Just be bald.
I get that type of money, bro. It's only one thing I want, bro.
What's that?
Hairline surgery.
Not the limit.
I'm gonna bring the graph back.
We're gonna have to keep up with this thing. But
Talking about.
I don't know. This thing is being very janky.
Like, bring it back, dog.
I'm gonna try to
bring
rib
him
it out.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
All right, but we talked about weaknesses. So now that it's once again 2-0, who do we think win? The Heat or the Celtics?
Going in, I would have thought the Celtics were gonna win, but I don't see why you wouldn't put the Heat 2-0. They looking like the better team down the wire when it really matters in them crunch moments.
Jimmy is looking like the better team when it comes down.
I don't care, bro. Hey, other players be hitting some big shots too now.
I'll just have to pay
Other
attention
players?
to the game, but wait, who?
I say other players be hitting big shots too.
On what team?
On the Heat.
I'm not saying that they don't, step up, but when it comes
Wait,
Damn, bro.
nah.
That man Jimmy Butler ain't.
Bro, Jimmy
getting
Butler
boarded,
is
bro.
it.
Like I
He's
said,
Jimmy
bro,
Butler,
Duncan
bro.
Robinson
I'm
hit
agreeing
like-
with that
I'm
now.
not saying all that. I ain't
That man Duncan Robinson hit like 2 clutch threes, bro. They both was like down 7.
56, bro.
Man came down there back
42,
up, cut it down
bro.
to 4.
Leading the
It
team in
just be shots
scoring. He's
like
not
that.
even a scorer.
Little
Yeah,
bam,
he
get a little layup and win.
I'm not saying they're not a complete. I'm not saying they're not a team and they're not a complete unit. Bro,
like I said, he had that little run.
I feel
He got
like
us some
the
ISO
shots
buckets.
that
He do what he
matter-
gotta do.
I feel like the shots that matter. See, that's the. I feel like that could be a whole topic in itself.
I mean, when you
But
down in the fourth quarter, all them shots matter.
that's my point. So I said it to say, I don't feel like if you hit the shot, let's say the game tied, it's 99-99, and you hit the last shot and it's 101-99. That's not like. You can't just say that was the clutch bucket or the bucket. It is a clutch bucket, but it's not the bucket that mattered, I should say. Like, if you came down from 11 and a dude just went down and got you 11 and you hit the last shot, those 11 were the buckets that mattered. That final shot just put you over the edge.
Nah, that final shot, the clutches wasn't really.
I mean, I hear you, but, like, come on.
Nah, you could do all that work if you pass to a dude who ain't gonna hit.
I mean, the game's tied.
That run was pointless though.
I mean, I'm saying, if you got
When
you know
they
what I'm
come
saying.
down there and score,
It'd be different. I feel like the clutch buckets,
that's
the clutchest buckets, when it's like that type of situation, it's gotta be a guy that's literally like, let's just say, is like the Kyrie Irving situation in the finals. Like, we got 3 to 5 minutes of unscoreless basketball, ain't nobody hitting, and somebody gotta hit a shot so we can win this game. That's clutch. But I feel like if you just hit the final shot, like most situations, sometimes it could be clutch, but like. And then normally, the other thing is, I feel like the reason why we feel like that is because the guy that hits the shot is the guy that was going crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like, if Kobe just scored 10 and then hits the final shot, it's like Kobe's goated, but, like, he was already going crazy. But when it's like Derek White, bro, I'm not going to go Derek White's like the clutchest player in the NBA, bro. Like, I'm not doing
I
that.
ain't saying they the clutches.
Like, De'Aaron Fox, according to paper, was the clutchest player in the NBA. Like,
you can't discredit it just because he didn't create the whole run. He hit that shot. He deserves some of that credit too.
I don't know, bro.
So
I feel like this is like the prime example of like people talking about the guy that does nothing the whole game, then hits the final shot of the game. It's like he fucking ass, and it's like, are we really gonna act like he's good? All right, I'm gonna do what you did. So if JP hits the final shot, is he good? Like, or is it like, nah, bro? Like,
Hey, if he hit the final shot, he deserves his respect. What DJ say? Give me my respect. If you hit that guy, if you hit a clutch shot. Talk your shit. I don't care if you're 1%.
I mean, of course, like, yeah, you're gonna talk cash. Like, I'm not saying that, but like, realistically, bro, that's not.
But I do feel you though.
Yeah, it's like
it do take that degree in
It
it.
so I feel like
just-
he's their energy. I feel like him doing everything he's doing, steals, blocks, all that. Like, bro, I don't even know what's on this paper now. I gotta really just call this out to you at this point.
Exactly. I can't.
Jimmy
read
Butler,
what's on
12
this
for
paper.
25,
Finally.
27 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks.
so glad somebody.
Guess
read
how
that
much
shit.
Caleb Martin had.
Bro. I mean, he was hooping. He had 25. I mean, I'm not gonna say he wasn't hooping.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that doesn't mean, like, but are we going to expect 25 from Caleb Martin every game? Is Caleb Martin the clutchest player in the NBA? The clutchest player in this series? Like, on the Heat even? Like, no. Like, so,
I mean,
this is a good game from a role player. It's like,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah. He can talk cash, but he can't. Nah, you're not going to do that, though. But, anyway. So,
Before
Heat,
this
we
game,
said
who
Heat,
is
though,
Caleb
right?
Martin?
The Heat, we think, everybody's basically
I thought the
saying the Heat.
Celtics gonna win, but 2 games in.
Yeah, I definitely thought the Celtics were trash. They're a facade, bro. It's a facade, bro. Jason Tatum's being a facade. He about to go cold the next 4 games. Watch what I tell you.
Man, I'm ready for the NFL.
That's if they get there.
Not the Niners.
AI predicted we go 6-11. So fuck AI at this point.
bro, y'all gonna be all right, bro.
Nah, bro. We gonna be better than
bro.
all right, bro. We taking the division, but I ain't gonna get. We will save that for the end. I don't want to get into that, bro.
Nah, honestly, bro, we wait when it's that time. Bro.
Yeah, bro. No, bro. Y'all trash, bro. Don't
Yeah,
start
I know.
this.
That's
Don't
what I said.
start
That's
this.
what I was gonna say. I ain't going into the season expecting too much.
I
so.
am. I already know what it is.
Like,
Man.
must be
Straight out the bay.
Hey,
San Francisco.
short thing. Everybody, will y'all please pay attention slowly to the camera because the red dot, if it disappears, let me know so we can restart it. I mean, it hasn't yet, so that
It's a
means
bet.
it ain't been 30 minutes. But either way, because the app has died. But anyway, we said how we. So all right, so we said how we feel. I'll tell you what. I got another question. So now that we here at this point in the playoffs, and this is a good time to bring up the dog mentality because that's where we're going. But what is the dog mentality?
Jalen Brunson.
For sure. I agree with that. For sure.
I do not want to lose. I'm gonna put this shit on my back.
Exactly, a competitor.
A fierce.
Competitor. That's
A
different.
Fierce.
Give me that ball. You know what I mean? Like give me the ball,
fuck
bro.
out, like, hey, give me that.
I'm
thing,
getting
get
doubled.
the
Oh my
fuck
God,
out the
help
way.
me.
All right,
Julius
so
Randle's
so
trash.
you gonna say give me the ball? That's what qualifies.
It's got to be.
dog.
Like I feel like it's
demanding the
got,
ball. Demanding the ball.
It's got to.
Hey,
That's
yo.
got to be a part of it. That's got to be a
Demanding the
part of
ball.
it. To
So-
me personally, it's got to be a
So
part of it,
DJ got that dog in him.
bro.
I'm just asking, bro.
How can you compare this to 2K,
I'm just
bro?
asking, bro. I'm just
It's not-
asking, bro.
It's not the same thing, bro. But he's not hitting the shot, so that's different. But I feel you though. But nobody it'd be all right. Okay, I'll amend my statement. You have to demand the ball
that was
and
fire.
hit the shots.
Okay.
Both of those have to go hand in hand. You can't just demand the ball. You can't be like 1 for 30.
DJ, you be hitting, bro. You good, bro. You good.
It's like, nah, bro. Like,
He nutted.
keep it tucked, bro. Keep it on the tuck.
I'm just saying though, seriously. So like, are we really gonna act like he? Whatever.
Speak your truth.
I'm gonna get back on the dog
get it.
mentality.
I just
I
don't
got
get the
that
dog
dog.
mentality,
All right.
bro.
Okay, so like to you
Me.
personally, what is it? Or it just don't exist?
I'll
It exists.
explain.
It does. It's just a fearless competitor that don't want to lose.
That's a competitor though. You can't even say a fearless competitor. That's just a competitor. Like I don't want to lose. That you're competitive. Fearless competitor, I feel like that's going a little. Fearless means I want the ball and I'll take all the pressure. That's how I feel about fearless. Like that's like Kobe Bryant. I'll eat every ounce of this L, or even a Carmelo Anthony. I feel like that's another good one. It's like I'll eat that because like another example of that was like who was it that had the interview? Shump. Shump did an interview talking about Melo in New York, and he was talking about like how he was demanding the ball from Shump. And he took a shot, and Shump was like, bro, I was wide open. Why didn't you pass it to me? And then Melo was like, basically like, bro, I work on that. Like, I was double teamed, but I make those. So like, you know what I'm saying? This is my team. When I go to the podium, they're gonna say it's my team, and I lost the game. They're not gonna say Shump lost the game. They're gonna say I lost the game. That like I feel like that's when I say dog mentality. That's like you taking on the pressure of what the situation is, and there's not many players doing that.
Every great player got that.
I don't feel like Jokic does that. Jokic is just playing the right way. So even in a loss, you kind of just go, I mean, damn, he hooped out. I mean, like, do you blame him? Do you not blame him? Like, what is happening here?
No, it's just hard.
I feel like it's different.
He's just super efficient.
I feel like exactly. So it's like like LeBron James. People have talked about his whole career, how he don't take the final shot, right? All right. So, but in a vacuum, though, you could say at the same time, when you need LeBron, you like, bro, like I say younger. Now he's older and there's a lot of excuses you can make. But when he was younger, give me the ball, I'll go freight train mode and go get 2. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hit the free throws, but I'll go get fright. I'll go freight train and go get 2. So I feel like Yoshi, he's shown you he gonna hoop and make the right play. But it's always like, I don't even know. Because, I mean, I can't say it don't look good.
Would you say he's been in a position to where he has to like show that though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For sure. I think he has though. But I think he's done it. But I think it was still the right play, and that's my biggest knock on the situation. Because one time Jokic hit game-winning shots, I want to say, or game-time shots, especially like post hooks, things like that, and they were never sexy. But you can't really blame it for not being sexy. But my thing is, it wasn't a demand. It was just the right play. And you can't really knock him for making the right play. He's a great fundamental player, but it's like, I don't think that counts as a dog in me.
So did Dirk have that dog in him?
Fuck yes, Dirk had that dog in him. And that's different because it wasn't just about the right play. Dirk was fucking hooping. Dirk was giving me that fucking ball. I'm finna shoot this sky.
So did
fade away
Tim
in your
Duncan,
eyes.
did he have that dog in him?
I feel like
that's playing basketball the right way. I feel like MVP Tim Duncan. Listen, MVP Tim Duncan. Are we talking about MVP Tim Duncan? MVP Tim Duncan. Yes.
Duncan
No. Because I'm saying that as a reason. That's because I'm using the same thing I said for LeBron. Right now, it's a little harder to say that because I think he shows moments where it's in him, but it's like he old now. So like the later part of Tim Duncan's career, I will argue that no. But like towards the beginning, MVP Tim Duncan, of course. But I feel like if we talk about this, I feel like in recent memory, what you're thinking about in Tim Duncan, that wasn't a dog Tim Duncan. That was I'm playing Mr. Fundamentals. I'm playing basketball the right way. We're going to try to go win a championship.
Oh, man, Riverwater.
2001 Tim Duncan, oh, hell yeah. He was getting buckets. Give me that ball. I'm finna fuck this dude up in front of me. But, like, nah. Like, because, I feel like, all right, give you another example. With the same team, Ginobili and Tony Parker, to me, both had that dog in them on that team. For the recent, from like 2013, 2012, 2014.
I'll give you Ginobili, but you're not going to say Tony Parker.
I want to say Tony Parker.
Tony Parker had us on the
game
dog.
winner, Tony Parker?
No. Ginobili.
Tony Parker, give me that.
But
But I mean,
Tony
Ginobili was
Parker.
hooping. I'm not saying who's better. I'm
I
not arguing
know.
who's
You
better.
just said who got the dog. That's what I'm saying.
I
So
can
what is
see
the
it in
dog?
Tony.
What is the dog? What is
Hey,
this
but
guy?
Ginobili is shit yet. Yeah.
Bro.
When it's time to get real, when it's time to get busy, it's time to get
TV. We could go look up the stats later, but I'm telling you, bro. Wait, what?
Like, it's like-
when it's time to get busy and it's time to get nasty.
Like Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
That's somebody I consider that doesn't have that dog. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like he doesn't, but like, I don't know. There's part of me, I'm going to tell you why. Because the injury thing, I don't know how much big that played into it. But if we talking about last year's finals, I don't know who the fuck that was. That was a whole nother Andrew Wiggins. Like that dude disappeared now.
Yeah,
but in that series,
really,
that weirded me out.
That nigga was just on clamps.
That's what I'm saying though. That's that you could.
He just
I feel like, but this also extends to defense though.
Is a defender.
That's what I'm saying. That extends what I'm saying extends to defense. Like Kawhi Leonard on defense, going to go get 2-3 steals back to back, coast to coast dunks.
Spurs Kawhi.
Yeah, Spurs Kawhi, but I mean still. But like I feel like it could extend the defense as long as it's like I'm hooping out. Like AD getting 7 blocks. It's like, bro, that also. So that's what we doing?
Yes.
So that's what we doing.
You're not finna say
I bet you
you're
can't
not
say-
finna say Tim Duncan doesn't have the dog and get on here and say AD does. No, you're not finna do
I
that.
didn't say
bro.
Tim Duncan doesn't. I said
You're not
older
finna
Tim
do-
Duncan
you're
did.
not finna do
I
that.
said younger Tim Duncan did.
I said that Tim Duncan has that dog.
He does.
Your first reaction was what? Nah, not really.
I
But
mean,
you
he does.
bring up
I mean,
AD,
recent.
you was finna say no, bro. No. Not finna do that, bro.
Bro,
Not finna do
bro.
that.
Oh my God. I don't know why she's calling me. But listen, so like my point in saying all this is anyway, back to what we were talking about.
Start yelling again.
Having a dog in me, right?
Hey, yo.
Having that dog in you. But no, seriously, I think obviously I said younger Tim Duncan does have it in him. I feel like just older, he was just playing the right way. I feel like he turned into more of a just a fundamental player. So back to the AD point, I feel like you can't say a guy that hits a clutch 3 in the bubble for them to win a championship. You also can't say a guy who's getting 40 and 10 when he's hungry. When AD's hungry and not having an off night, you're wilding. But when he's having a not off night, he has that dog in him, bro. He's give me the ball. I'm about to get a shot in the post. Give me the ball. I'm about to hit this shot. Like I'm gonna get it. Like obviously when he has a bad night, you could argue, oh, he played bad. But like that's anybody.
Bad
like,
night or not, if you got that dog and you got it in your period, it doesn't matter if you play good or not.
Okay.
It depends. That's what I say. It's a fearless competitor. Somebody who's gonna compete, give you effort night in and night out.
So he's not giving you effort night in and night out?
Some games where
he played bad.
He's just not out there. He's just out there.
I mean, all right.
Ain't got nothing to do with you
all right,
playing
so
bad.
wait, time out. So if we doing that though, that changes the whole scope of the conversation because it's like basically you can't have an off night where you're not out there.
No, you can have an off night,
but where you're not out there.
If he's supposed to be a defensive presence, you would still feel him in that paint. You would still feel him grab. He got rebound, but it's like if you the big bro, you're supposed to do that,
bro. AD had 4 blocks the last game, bro. In a steal, bro.
Papers is finna be crazy.
They are. But I'm like, bro, he had 4 blocks the last game, bro. Like what does that mean?
It doesn't matter if you play good or well, bro. It's in you, bro. Either you got it or
but
you
I'm
don't.
saying, like, that's what I'm saying. That's an off night.
Like
bro.
DeMarcus Cousins had that dog in him. AD does.
Pre-injury, like King's DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
Oh, but see, that's what I'm saying. But when the second you could separate it like that, like and I say King's DeMarcus Cousins, like then that's what I'm saying.
I mean, he got hurt.
But I'm saying the
But
same
even
thing I'm
then,
saying
he
about
still
Tim
got
Duncan.
that- he
Though.
still
Like
got
everybody,
that
it's
dog
like
in you.
Shaq had it in him. For
right.
real.
And Shaq always had it in him. But it's like okay, but then
fueled by hate.
but are we talking about Cavaliers late career Shaq? Like I'm riding the bench the whole game and like that's what I'm saying. So it's like you could argue that some players as they get older, they're gonna all players as they get older deteriorate. So it's like
LeBron.
obviously other than LeBron, but like everybody else deteriorates. So it's like you're not gonna be that same guy your whole career. And AD's been through countless injuries
Like
and everything,
Magic
and he's
Johnson.
still doing it. What do you
Had
mean?
that dog in him.
You got
You out.
I mean, Larry Bird, I think, is another example. Like, if you want to do that, Larry Bird,
for
Michael
sure.
Jordan, Julius Hurt, we could do a whole list. Will Chamberlain, according to the milkman back in the 60s. But I mean, you can do that to any guy, I feel like. But anyway, how I personally define that dog in him, I feel like it can't just be a fearless competitor. I feel like probably the best way to define it is not just give me the ball and hit the shots, but like, I don't care what I got to do. Like, basically, I'm taking the blame for all of this. I feel like it's all on me. I'm taking ownership of the whole game, and I'm about to do whatever I have to do. Steal the ball, get blocks, get rebounds, do whatever. And you see it in players. I feel like a lot of players have it. It's just a lot of players that don't. Yeah. And I feel like prime example of that is like John Morant, which that'll lead into another conversation. But I feel like he has it in him. It's just like it just depends on the situation.
In him, bro.
He don't.
He don't.
45, 50, he doesn't.
he definitely
Does. I feel like
If he had that dog in him, he won't be doing that stupid ass shit.
That's
And that's
why he
real.
exactly got that dog
Dog
in
in
him.
him.
He's
Exactly.
walking around with that thing. He got that dog in him. He walking around with that. Exactly. He walking around with that thing on a leash.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll finish this. Like, I'll finish the dog conversation. We can get on job, but like, I just feel like anybody that's hooping hard, like, and not just hooping hard, but like with a purpose, hooping hard with a purpose, not just hooping hard. I'm out there. I'm really out there. Like Jalen. I mean, I feel like the best thing we do is name guys, and it's like Jalen Brunson, et cetera. Like guys like that, Jimmy Butler, et cetera. Yeah. They got a dog in them. But I feel like this is my biggest point, though. This is my biggest point, and this takes me back to why I think the Celtics are a facade. I don't think Tatum has that dog in him. I think he hits big shots, but I don't think he has that dog in him. I think he's going to take those shots. But I feel like this goes back to my point. You can ask for the ball and take those shots, but are you making them? But also, not are you just making them? Are you taking those shots because you're selfish or because I have that? Does that make sense? Like I feel like I know Tatum. You could argue is like Tatum gonna pull, but it's like that don't mean anything. Like I feel like
think that he knows it's his team because it's also that Jaylen Brown thing. It's like you're supposed to be like the guy on the team, but do you really feel like you the guy on the team with somebody like Jaylen Brown?
I feel like after last night, probably last 2 nights.
It's the identity crisis.
The way he closed out that Philly thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man.
Series, how you
I
can
feel
say
like
he don't have that dog?
in his mind,
do that
personally, I feel like he
anytime.
believe that, but that don't mean he's doing that. But I think he believes it. That don't mean he doing that though. So I don't know. But I will say this just to piggyback off that. I feel like he's one of those guys who when the lights are too bright, he gonna fold. And I feel like that's what these last 2 games against the Heat. The Heat ain't finna bull. Jimmy Butler's not gonna bullshit with you like the Celtics with. Not the Celtics, the Sixers. The Sixers, I mean, Doc Rivers is just fucking cursed, first of all. But like, not to get too deep into that series, but I feel like that's a prime example of how, of course, your stars folded, Harden and Embiid folded, but like, it's like, okay, if you open a door for him, he'll walk through it. But if you don't open it, if you leave that bitch shut, he's not finna kick it down. He's not one of them. I feel like that's what a dog does. They'll kick a door down and it could be locked. I'm about to go kick this door down. Like, you're not finna do that. So
I get where you.
I feel like, and it's just like the Heat. They like last night, they up, and you know what I mean? I mean, they're down in the fourth quarter, and then they come back because Jimmy Butler is willing to kick a door down. It's like, and the Celtics gonna leave the door wide. Jason Tatum's gonna leave the door wide open, is what I'm saying. He's one of those guys like, well, I'm hooping, but I mean, the door is still open if you want to take it. If that was Kobe or Jordan, you're not winning that fucking game. You're not winning that game, bro. So, anyway, but to go into the Ja thing, I'll start it by saying this. Obviously, I think everybody thinks it was stupid. Right? I mean, it's just that you're making money, it's stupid. You know, I won't even ask a question. How do y'all feel about it? Which is a question, hilariously. But
I mean, bro, I just feel like he got to sit down just for the simple fact that it wasn't that too long ago when we just had the same incident, and it's like you were just bullshitting the whole time. You were just capping. Like everything you was telling people, you didn't care about it. You wasn't genuine at all. Because just for you to do it half a year later.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like a couple months.
Like, you just got to sit down, bro, and realize, like, if you really want to hoop, bro, just throw all that stupid shit away. Like, it wasn't even like he had a gun range or nothing like that. This nigga riding around with the strap flashing it.
That boy looking for his ops.
Exactly. So it's just like, let
that
that
boy
man
was
sit
out in
down,
LA.
bro.
That was everybody's really sleeping on. That boy looking for them Lakers.
oh shit.
I know Schroeder be out here. I'm gonna show you.
And then he go right there.
Like,
hey, Crockett, nigga.
I had probably mixed emotions about it because, like, at first I was completely mad at the situation because I'm like, take this dude contract, like, fuck all that, like, because it's stupid. But then after I sat down and thought about it, I feel like it's still fucking stupid. But like, I feel like there's so many things I want to say, but like, I feel like part of the people, my biggest problem right now isn't necessarily him, because I feel like he's willing to accept the consequences, obviously, by doing the thing that he did, and that whatever comes with it, clearly it was whatever comes with it, and I guess he was assuming maybe a suspension for 40 games or a year, whatever the fuck. It's probably going to be in a year. But
I was gonna say, I think they're gonna.
I think they got to now. They got to now, bro. They got to.
Like 20, 30
it's just because you got egg on your face. If you're the NBA and you have egg on your face, and you didn't do anything the first time, you got to now. Now you got to swing the hammer.
I mean, they don't do that.
I mean,
the worst thing about it is just he did it again.
Exactly. I feel like that's why he swing the hammer. Like, especially when you just talked to his ass about the same thing. It's like,
if
bro,
it would have been some
you don't give a shit. It's more about the point that you don't give a shit what I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really more the biggest point. Yeah, and it's like, bro, you can't. And I'll give you a good comparison too, because I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, a good comparison for this is, and another good point too to bring up is, we all have jobs, right? Okay, regardless of what you're doing. If it's hurting the store, the brand, the thing that you work at, you got one chance and it's over. Now, the funnier part about that is if that store or job or wherever you work gives you a second chance and then you do the exact same fucking thing, can we all agree you're probably fired? And you're probably never working there ever again, right? That's the average person. That's 99% of the world. We're basketball fans. We buy these shoes. I got a fucking jersey on. Like, we watch the shit. That's how they get ad dollars. That's where their money's coming from for the fans. So I feel like personally, that's a slap in the face in itself. We all do that. And I mean, there's a lot of young black brothers that wish they was in the NBA, wish they was in the NFL, wish they fucking were the greatest singer or Drake or whoever. You know what I mean? Whoever. I don't want to be Drake, but whoever. So it's like, the fact that you make it to that level and make $200 million and then spit in the league's face, I mean, you're almost spitting in our face, personally, because it's like, bro, bro, just don't do that. Like, you can literally do anything else. Just don't do that. And then they let you off, and then you do it again. So I say all that to say, that's what I believe the year is like, it's got to happen. Like, in the league's eyes, I feel like you just can't. It can't be anything other than that. Yeah. Now, if they don't give him a year and they give him half a year, I'm fucking done. Because at that point, if I'm him, I probably like, bro, I can get away with anything.
I can get away with it one more time.
I'll get a year. I'm not going to knock it out to a year and chill out and hang out with my homies, basically, and do fuck shit.
Really be on that.
Yeah, so, I don't know. But I do think, personally, like, I don't really know what the answer is. Because I was thinking about this earlier, too, like the young bull.
If you want to do better, you'll do better.
Yeah, but I feel like from a young bull perspective, because I'll say this to say, all the other podcasts and all the other people talking about the situation, like, I know I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and, like, a lot of people was defending the shit. Like, it's a young dude, you never know, oh, you know, he came from this, or, oh, it's a young dude, they're gonna make mistakes. All this bullshit. And it's like, bro, like, if it was his first offense, then yeah, but it's like, it's the same shit twice. So it's like, I personally feel like that's what's making the situation more toxic.
I just don't get it.
Like, and then even JJ Redick got on fucking TV and defended him. Like, yeah, you can't be mad at him and do this, that, and the third. And it's like, bro, like, what are you trying to be? Like, the black rights activist, white guy? Like, it's okay, bro. It's okay. And I fuck with JJ. JJ is, like, fucking smart as hell. But it's like, dude, you can agree with the fact that he needs to be suspended. But, like, everything else you said is like just stupid. It's like, bro, like, no, you cannot do the same thing. Any other person with a regular job cannot do the same bullshit twice and not get fired. And I mean, in the NBA, fired would mean you are banned from the league. You can't play in the league. Now, are we saying that? No, but I mean, come on, bro. Like, how are you defending that? And that was on the line. I have $200 million. That's what's on the line and playing in the league, but I'm going to do this. And like, oh yeah, bro, you got to let them make mistakes. Like, no. And of course, you're dribbling a basketball, bro. So stop it. But I won't get too down on him. I hope he still plays basketball because after I had enough time to like really think about it, I hope he has enough.
You got to sit down, again. Bro.
But I hope it's a year, personally. I probably
not the whole year though.
I think it is. I think you need to be because one, you got to punish the Memphis Grizzlies. I think you're not just punishing him; you're punishing the Memphis Grizzlies because I feel like, and this is where I'm going with this in the NFL.
You can't punish them from his mistakes,
but I'm gonna explain why in the NFL. And this is a big thing in the NFL. All kinds of crazy shit happen in the NFL. We all know that. Like, between domestic violence cases, between hit and runs, which have been fucking insane, drunk driving cases, all this shit. So, there's a lot of teams, pretty much all the teams, have got a system where it's like, okay, we know this dude's an asshole, right? More or less. Don't drive, bro. We'll get you an Uber. We'll call somebody. We'll do this. We'll do that. I'm not saying that they didn't try these things, but I'm saying if those things aren't working internally, you got to figure something else out as a team before it gets to the point to where he's on camera doing that, and now it's like, bro, because personally, I feel like the team, even if you put somebody around him in a circle or you try to remove somebody from a circle, i.e. the same dude that's been in all the videos, but you do something. You know what I mean? And I don't think the team, personally, I don't feel like the team tried anything. But maybe they did, and I wasn't there, so maybe they did. But I personally feel like they were like, shit, 8 games, let's go. Hey, don't do that again, right? Hey, for sure.
I mean,
hey, let's go who gets run.
They sat him down, though.
The NBA set him down. I mean, the NBA, the Grizzlies did technically, but like, bro, that was the NBA. Like, we all know that was the NBA. Like, y'all got to do something. Because why would a team? The team doesn't give a shit. The team just wants him to play. They don't give a shit. Most teams don't give a shit about their star player. Like, they'll be like, bro, please stop. Like, oh my God, don't do that. I feel like you gotta get these teams to put some, like, I feel like, I'll give you a prime example. Do you think somebody's going to the Patriots and fucking with Belichick?
Apparently, I mean.
Look at Antonio Brown. Was there for 5 seconds and immediately gone. Was immediately gone.
I just feel like that's the person, bro.
Well, but I'm saying that's part of the organization, though. That's what I'm saying.
Because if you want to be that crazy, you can be that crazy. Period.
What, in the league?
Yeah.
I'm saying, but how long are you going to be there, though?
Exactly. It depends if you cherish
I'm just saying.
Yo, go.
The NBA is one of the few sports that have fully guaranteed contracts. In the NFL, your shit is not fully guaranteed, which I feel like is also part of the problem. They need to stop getting out fully guaranteed contracts to guys, especially rookies. That don't even make sense. But, like, you having these situations where guys are like basically like, bro, I fucking got the bag. It's fully guaranteed. As long as I don't fucking do something extremely insane like blow up a building, I'm fine. And I feel like that showed. I personally feel like that showed in his behavior. Like, that is the reason why he did that. It's like, bro, if you feel like you're on the top of the world and you can get away with anything, that's the only time you do something like that twice. Like, that's the only time you do something like that twice. Like, another example, what's the dude, the coach for the Celtics? Did one thing, had sex with somebody, a girl in the organization, it was all consensual, and I don't know, maybe he did use his position of power, but we're going to assume that he didn't based on what the reports are.
He's the coach.
No, I'm saying, but like, well, I'm the coach. Love me. You know, I don't know how they try to play it, but I said it to say, that's all you did. We had consensual sex with somebody. He's gone for a year. Oh, we can't have that in our organization. We got to make sure people in positions of power aren't doing that. It's like,
but I'm a coach, baby.
Yeah, right. So I say all to say, bro, there's no way he gets suspended for a year for that. And you do the same thing twice. And then we like, bro, no.
I did the same thing twice.
He got suspended from the year from the league. I thought the Celtics just terminated his ass pretty much.
He was suspended from the basketball operations. I think they were had a trade situation in play, but I don't know if the NBA was supposed to get him back or what. But I know he's not coaching, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's the black stand in your career now. But I'm just saying, I say that to say to counteract this is, if John Morant gets suspended or whatever, right? Or let's just say he got kicked off of the Grizzlies. Oh, excuse me. We all know that if he can play basketball again, somebody gonna fucking pick him up.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, you can't have people not playing all by the same rules, even in the same organization being the NBA. Like, how is everybody not playing by the same rules? That's all I'm saying. Like, I feel like you got to do the year. That's why I'm going. You got to do the year. Like, you got to.
I just think you do the year because it's in the face.
Yeah,
Not
for sure.
Whole year though. 82 games though.
Because I mean, I feel like the act isn't the problem.
It ain't like he's shooting at a nigga.
I will say that. I feel like that's another thing that I saw people say.
If I spit in your
That
face
pissed
right
me
now.
off. Like, slick.
If I just spit in your face right now, not on accident. I'm talking about I just stand up, bro.
I mean, it's your first time doing it, so I had to give you 8 games.
Bro, I'm talking
8 games, bro.
I'm talking
Yo.
about, I say,
Yo.
stand there real quick. Just sit there right now.
My biggest thing was,
conjure up something.
y'all are crazy. Like, there were some people, once again, on different podcasts and whatnot, talking about like the hood factor and shit. And it's like, that made me mad too. It's like, bro, that part don't matter.
Shit even matters.
That shit doesn't even matter. Like, it's just a dude in a car. It's a young dude. That's really all it is. Just a young dude being a young dude.
Bro,
But
an NBA player never got ran up on, bro. Besides Paul Pierce. But he was in the club.
yeah, but my point is, I'm not talking about it. Act is wrong or right. You out. I feel like just people talking about, oh, he think he hard and all this other shit. And it's like, no, he's just a young dude. Like, he listened to some music in the car, pulled his gun out because he's crazy.
He ain't even flashing money. He ain't even flashing the strap, though. That's crazy.
Exactly.
It ain't like he got a fast
got 200
team.
But that's the thing, though. People want to show you something that they want to be, right? Or are, right? Because you already know he got money, so he don't got to show his money. You're like, well, they know that, so if I do that, they gonna be like, bro, but everybody got money. You NBA player. So it's like, but everybody player ain't
guns,
strapped. But everybody ain't showing it, though. Exactly. That's the point. It's like,
know.
look
Nigga
at
ain't
me.
even showing no hoes, no nothing. Nigga. Straight to the strap.
did.
No, he did, though. He did, though. Yeah,
I mean, that time in the strip club with a strap, what he was showing off.
No, I'm saying the girl that was in the club.
The strap and the stripper.
Exactly.
It was a girl in there.
What he had, right? They scrap.
That boy had that thing like this. That was a high point.
Man, I'm disgusted, bro. Hold on. Why is it at the back? Why is it at the back? These papers are hilarious, bro.
Mine's up to the front just so like you and
All right, we'll let that die, but we'll see what happens with y'all.
I hope that boy do get the hoop though.
Yeah, for sure.
I do want to see that boy. Hey, and then sitting out there a year, man.
That Chat GPT apology is crazy.
Them
That was hilarious.
Bro, that's crazy.
I don't know if that's real though.
That's crazy.
But what would be crazy though? I feel like it ain't him though. I feel like there was a publicist, and the
yeah,
publicist was
of course.
being lazy because they probably was like, "Man, this bro, he did it again. All right, cool. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Give me an apology." Like,
Wow.
he's trolling. I don't even know what to say to that. He's like for sure. But
hey, his knees finna heal. That
So-
1 year off finna get bad for the league, boy.
Man. That's all you can say to that, bro.
That 1 year off finna be good. That boy finna rehab.
That boy
Finna
finna drop a
get
rap
A1.
career.
bro, exactly. You even have a song with Pooh Shiesty straight from jail. Also got a song with Big 30, 2 with Moneybag Yo, and like all of Memphis.
Boy finna get signed to CMG.
Bruh. That would be crazy. I'd be dead. That would be crazy. It's like, you know what's funny? You know what's funny though? Wait.
Favorite.
I'm curious
I
though.
was alive.
What would the league do if this was all a rap video? and it wasn't like in a car, like him doing. What would they do then? Like, you know what I mean? That's a good question.
Yeah, if
Bruh,
it was
he
a rap
would've been-
video,
he
he probably
would've
could have
been
got
saying
away with it.
That's what I'm saying, though. But
Last
that's part
time he
of the
went
point.
to the gun range, he could have got away with it.
No, the gun range makes sense though. That's like using a firearm properly. I'm talking about a music video with like flashing guns, like the whole thing. Like I wonder what they do because nobody's done that.
Nah,
with
because
his-
still you promoting the league for a bad image though. Still
But I
got
feel
the
like if
league
you
image.
say that, then you might as well not even let rappers in the stadium. You see what I'm saying? I will feel like that part.
You
That
can't
part
stop
is
who
a
like
little
your
jaded.
product.
It depends on the type of rapper, you know? Because a lot of these niggas be capped out.
Isn't everybody capped out though?
Exactly.
And the ones that ain't capped out in jail, so it's like
Hey, bro.
Are they?
they about to be. Like they either are or about to be. Like it's one of the two. But you wild. But Francis Ngannou, I want to talk about this personally because I think this is a big deal, and I think a lot of people don't know about this. You probably don't even know about this, but I'll bring it up. We'll explain.
I
it to
do.
you. Wait, okay, well, cool. All right, so like, I feel like this is a big deal though.
Let me because you try to play me, bro. Let me tell you what happened, bro.
Talk to him, Charles.
Nah, I'm just talking, but I do know what happened though for real.
It's like I wanted to bring it up for two reasons. One, introduce the MMA to the podcast, but also just I think it's a big deal because a lot of talk has been about Francis Ngannou in general, and then there's a lot of talk about MMA fighters, whether it was Jake Paul and his whole little charade, and then like you talk about the whole who's the best heavyweight in the world, and oh well, you got to be in this organization to shine, or you got to follow by these rules, and that's one thing about the UFC that really hasn't happened yet. They haven't really turned into like it's a sport, but they haven't really gone to NFL Players Association or like the NBA Players Association, truly having a true partnership with their talent, right?
Yeah, true.
So
Dana ain't going for that
he
one.
ain't. So
Dana ain't going.
I think it's interesting that Ngannou was able to do it with the PFL.
Dana, man, I want some
Well, but
insurance.
here's where I'm going though.
Insurance.
So the problem with that though is, what if the PFL goes, we're okay with like not making any money for a long period of time, and that could get scary because like okay, Endeavor owns the UFC right now, and that's irrelevant. But let's just say that let's say they bring in, they buy the UFC cash, right? Okay. PFL is pretty much owned directly right now. So if some big cash cow comes in and A, buys it, or B, injects a big amount of cash or a lot of share value, they could where I'm going though is they could low key eat at a loss. They could eat that money at a loss. Now don't get me wrong, it'll come to a head eventually if they don't make any money. But what if, this is where I'm going with this, what if the PFL takes over the UFC? And right now, obviously, it's like, fuck no, that could never happen, right? But that's how businesses low-key are always beat. It's somebody who's willing to do something you're not willing to do, and they willing to do it for a long period of time just to beat you. And I feel like that's where the PFL is. If they was willing to make that type of deal with Ngannou, that's got to be where their mind is. Because, I mean, otherwise, it's one thing to just sign a big name like that. Because, I mean, technically, other than John Jones, he is the best heavyweight in the world. I mean, we ain't seen that fight yet, so who knows? But I don't know if Dana sees that and goes, yeah, I want to keep doing what I'm doing, because I don't know that you can. And that's why I think it's a big deal. I don't think you can keep doing that. Because, I mean, I think you can right now because the UFC is the premier thing. While it's the premier thing, you can do that, right? But another thing where, well, I won't say that. Because most of the older organizations like NBA, ABA, like the NFL beforehand, most of those merged. So I won't argue that. It wasn't really like a one company beat another one.
UFC done already ate. You feel me? A couple of companies up already. Paul.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I feel like if you're talking about like Bellator is doing the same thing, and they might be doing just a little. I mean, maybe giving the fighters a little bit more money, but really it's just the losers. The losers from the UFC go there, basically.
Exactly, and that's really how you get over on them. By you feel me? Like
they just basically the G League.
You really have to You got to go underneath, and you got to. You feel me? The PFL would have to do something with Bellator for them to be in that competition space as far as being.
You just like combine more or less.
Exactly.
I hear you though. That's not a bad idea.
It's
PFL.
Like, you're not gonna.
You heard it here first. Hey, we want our piece of that. You heard it first. You heard it first. PFL. You heard it. Yeah.
Because right now I feel like Dana knows really truly promoting wise. He got MMA on lock, bro. It's like, when the last time you watched a Bellator event?
For sure.
When the last time you watched a PFL event?
It's been a minute, but like 2-3 months, but for sure.
I ain't even watch it, but the last one I even knew about was like last time Roy fought. Now they give away like, they'll do like them tournaments for like a meal and stuff like that, but it's like you can't have like, all right, brother, you just fought this Saturday. We need you to fight next Saturday. Like, brother, my brain damaged.
That's crazy.
It's really like, but Dana just got MMA on lock. I feel like that could happen, but it's gonna be like
I want Dana
down the line, and by the time it's that, all this Ngannou stuff that he had did will not be for naught, because I feel like it definitely is gonna play out well for him because of the name that he built outside the PFL, especially. Right now, win or lose, and I definitely do not believe that the he got to get matched up with somebody that ain't there, Brad. Them boys is killers over there, man. Like, they wrestle. They wrestle. That is the one thing I will say.
He going to be throwing pure uppercuts the whole time from hell.
You legit got a puncher's chance.
For sure.
So how do you think somebody could take over the UFC?
I think
like how it could be like, the Monday Night Wars when you were WWE and WCW, when they was both looked at as 1A type shit.
1A and 1B.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel like the PFL has the edge. Somebody, I'm telling you, the game plan for the PFL would be they need somebody with deep pockets, like a Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or even a dude that owns like fucking Louis Vuitton and shit, like somebody who wants just a random, or even somebody that owns an NFL or NBA team, like with a bunch of cash. You need somebody with a bunch of cash who's willing to waste that money. I feel like, here's the thing. You gotta understand where I'm going with this. A lot of the guys on the undercards of the UFC, right? They're not making a lot of money. They're making $5,000 show, $5,000 to win, or $5,000 to fight. Yeah. And then, $5,000 to make weight, and $5,000. It's like, bro, you can't pay people $10K to get punched in the head. And then, okay, I gotta be fucking a draw to make money. Not I gotta be good. See, that's I feel like is the biggest fuck all in the UFC. Yeah. It's not I gotta be good. It's I gotta be good and a draw. John Jones is good and a draw. But somebody like fucking
but
Kobe Covington, you're not a draw, but you're good.
You gotta be a draw though, it's entertainment.
Right? But that's because you're focusing on the product as pay-per-view. That's the other thing. That model doesn't necessarily have to be the model to make money. Yeah. Now, right now it is, and that's how it's always been in fights, but that don't necessarily mean it has to be. Like the NBA, I'll give you an example. The NBA ain't no fucking pay-per-view. It's just do you have a piece of channel. Now, the crazier part of this is they have an ESPN deal that's worth like $1 billion. So it's on ESPN Plus, but they still have pay-per-views. And where I'm going with this is I feel like that's got to stop. I personally feel like that's got to stop for it to transform into a real sport. Because first of all, you're already alienating your fan base because most of your fan base loves it, right? And they probably gonna stream it illegally. And for the people who don't care that much, they're like, bro, I'm just not gonna see it. I'll see the results, and I'll see somebody post a Twitter video where like somebody got knocked out, dude got knocked out. And on one hand, it's like great, because Conor McGregor gonna go, I'll get $25, $30 million to show up because I'm a draw, and then I'm gonna get pay-per-views on the back end. It's like great, but the other dude's getting $1 million, maybe. He may not even get pay-per-view points because it's Conor. They may be like, you ain't getting shit. And you know what I mean? And it's like, even if it's John Jones or whoever else, if you look at Dustin Poirier, the last two fights when he fought Conor, he did not make anywhere near Conor McGregor money. And Dustin Poirier is good, and he's entertaining. But he ain't make nowhere near that. But it's fair. But according to the UFC, it's fair because Conor's a draw, and that's his pay-per-view, and that's fair. And I say that to say, if somebody's willing to eat losing money off top, I'm not saying you need to pay every fighter $1 million. And I'm not saying that there aren't going to be pay rates. Obviously, in any sport, certain players get paid more than other players. You just trash, you trash. But there has to be, all they have to do is raise the floor. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. The floor is like way too fucking low to get punched in the head. I feel like if the floor was 50 bands, then it makes sense. You make the floor 50 bands, and I'm not saying that's not a lot of money, but that's why you make the events what they are. And then you try to make them as accessible for everybody, and you make your money from ad revenue. Of course, you're going to sell gloves and shorts and all this random shit. You're going to sell tickets because people are going to come back what I was saying. But I feel like as long as somebody willing to eat that, you out with the XFL championship, first of all. But
I didn't even watch it.
If somebody's willing to eat it, bro, I feel like if somebody's willing to eat it, Dana's in trouble. That's all it's going to take. If somebody's willing to just pay people more. And you got to make...
I don't get how paying the other fighters more was still...
No. It's not just other fighters. You see what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, the UFC has some of the best talent in the world. Even the shitty guys are still good. Even the shitty guys are good. And a lot of times that's how the UFC works. It's like I'm not looked at right now, so I got to go out and win some fights, get my brain punched around it for $10K, and if I win those fights, that's the first caveat. And also, after winning those fights, I got to hopefully say some crazy shit on the mic, and I become a draw, and then you'll give me more money. And then the deals are like, they purposely go like, I'll give you a 6-fight deal at the beginning, just because they know you're probably going to fold and you're not good, so then we ain't got to worry about the deal. But also, now we own the rights to you as a fighter, so you can't just go anywhere without coming out of a contract. And then the other end of that is, if you are good and you go immediately for a title shot, I still got you on a shitty deal while you the champion. So it's a purposeful finesse. And I feel like, if somebody wasn't trying to make those type of profit margins, like let's just say the UFC profit margin is 50%. I don't know what it is, but let's just say it's 50%. Of everything, right? What if somebody say, I'll take 25? That's it. Like, that's it. That's all I'm saying. It's like, if somebody's willing to take less money, pay the fighters more, you win immediately. Now, obviously, it's not going to be immediate, but like, I mean, it's going to take time, to get guys away from the UFC.
That's another main thing.
But I feel like it's easy to poach them. It'd be easy to poach them. Like the guys that, like for example, the Yoel Romeros, the Kobe Covingtons, any guy that's in a situation where he's probably,
I believe
fuck yes. Fuck yes. He's in a situation where he's probably not going to build. I mean, right now, maybe he gets a Leon title shot, but maybe he doesn't. And if he doesn't get that fight, and if he loses that fight, he definitely would go somewhere else.
If he loses, I mean, it's GG's.
But it's like, how can you still get people from looking at them as a G League compared to the NBA? To the UFC.
You see what the UFC. And like I said, that's a battle in itself. That is a battle in itself. But it's really about getting the talent. See, that's what a lot of people don't realize. It's about talent. It's not about like how you looked at. It's about the talent. The reason why the UFC is what the UFC is it is a great product, but the great product starts with the fighters. That's it. Conor McGregor is Conor McGregor. He was going to be that with or without the UFC. Well, I ain't going to say it like that, but you know what I mean? I ain't going to say it like that because obviously he did need the UFC because they were the premier platform. But I'm saying if there was a platform that was going to promote Conor McGregor, he would have still been Conor McGregor. That's all I'm saying. And he was obviously going to have to fight the same other talented guys like the Aldos, etc. You're going to have to fight those guys. But if anybody KOs somebody in 7 seconds and fucking loses their mind, has an Irish accent and going crazy like Conor was, bro, I'm saying in any situation, that guy probably would have been popular. I'm not saying he would have been as popular, but he would have been popular.
But it's like, I get what you're saying. But Bellator been around for a while, right?
But they've survived on poaching the shit talent that's like, I ain't gonna say shit talent, but the washed up talent. That's what I'm saying.
The washed up and the losers, the people who get cut from the UFC, they go there.
Right.
Like on some
D-League type shit. In Taiwan, I'm hooping in Taiwan, like all that.
That's what I'm saying. So how can you stop it?
But see, that's what I'm saying. If you raising the floor, it's really about the talent coming in,
You just
Charles.
want to promote your people to make them look like they.
No, I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain a little bit better. All right. All of the talent that's in the UFC started from somewhere, right? John Jones wasn't always John Jones until he became John Jones, right? Gotcha. At the beginning, John Jones was on a shit contract, right? Okay, if I raise the ceiling for those guys coming in, that's the new talent. Those are going to be the guys. If I raise the ceiling, they immediately go, well, why the fuck am I signing with the UFC? They over there, they not going to pay me anyway. I can go over here. Build those guys up. That's what I'm saying. It's not like you're going to get John Jones and then like now your organization's lit. No, okay. I'm saying you're basically building for the next generation. Right? So if same thing with an NBA league. Like if somebody was to pay a basketball league,
I got you.
And they was one, yeah. So you just got to be able to eat it though. You got to have that money to eat it though. Got to have that money. Money. But I think that's the end of the episode, guys. I mean, is there anything we want to say before I close out, like the recap of what you said? I guess.
Shout out Jalen Brunson.
So who winning? Oh, y'all said you said the Lakers winning tonight.
Yep.
But you got the Lakers winning tonight.
Man, I don't know.
He said, I don't know. I got Lakers.
I don't know.
I got Lakers.
Got that boy the choke.
All right.
3-0.
3-0?
3-0.
Shout out Jalen Brunson.
Hey, bro. I got to go back to these episodes. You want to put a case on that?
Case of not Mountain Dew Powerade.
Yeah, let's start doing Powerade. It's funny, Ja was a Powerade athlete. Anyway.
He's not no more.
Man, shouts out Ja, man. You better make a fucking comeback. Bro, but like, let me say this, though. On a serious note, bro, you better get right, bro. You better get right for all the black people who wanted to be in your shoes, bro. Get right, bro. Just get right.
You already doing it for the hood by hooping, bro.
Get right, bro. But anyway, I think we talked about some good stuff, man. And thank y'all boys for coming through. You know,
yes, sir.
Our engineer didn't show up today. And I want to take this moment to say, fuck you, bro.
I ain't gonna say that, Biscuit. You all right, brother, but you ain't getting no snacks.
Don't call that nigga Biscuit, that nigga Toast, cuz.
I didn't.
It's over.